Okay, this is Julieta Surreal Dreaming, and I am here with the wonderful Venus Adored. And Venus, thank you so much for agreeing to do this interview with me. And this is going to be used for our book. Okay. So this interview, and it might be used on the website. So if I were to use a snippet or like a portion of something you say as an audio file on the website, would you be okay with that?
Yes, I'm okay with it.
Okay, great. All right. And if there's something you say that you don't want anybody to ever know, just say, okay, don't tell anybody that.
Okay.
Okay. Tell this event, this Biennale is all about afterlife,
Yes.
and you have created this incredible installation. And
Mhm.
I before we talk about your installation, I would wonder what your feeling about afterlife is. What's your vision for afterlife?
I thought you would ask that. So I have been thinking about this. In fact, I have no idea what to expect from the afterlife. A kind of eternity, perhaps. That's why this building is called Eternity also. Uh, and that is why I made it into a fantasy world where I was inspired by Team Lab Borderless in Tokyo after someone pointed me out to me this existence.
Okay, eternity. I think that's a great concept for the afterlife. Um, okay, you have 4 levels. You have 4 levels or 5 levels?
For
You have 4 levels. So
the room,
I think it would be nice to have you just say something about each level. So we'll go in order. We'll talk about level 1 and then level 2, 3, and then 4. Okay. So
okay.
what's the meaning or how do you feel your first level fits the theme?
Well, I saw a film of Team Lab where those lamps, where I saw those lamps. Um, and it was called Forest of Lamps. And I was fascinated by this. So I thought I tried to remake this in Second Life. That's it.
Okay. But you know what?
Mhm.
In a way, when you think about it, all of this light
Yeah.
we hear when people have near death experiences, they always go into the light.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like your level 1 is going into the light. And
Yes.
so that's actually, whether you planned it that way or not, it's a very intuitive step, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in fact, this whole installation is made of light. Because of the reflections, I needed the light.
Yes. Yeah. And you're incredible when it comes to doing anything that has light and reflection in it. So
Mhm.
tell us about your second level.
My second, we go to my second level now.
No,
Oh,
let's just stay here while we do the interview, and then we'll hop up to each one.
well, the second level also is inspired by Team Lab. The whole building is inspired by Team Lab, and because I like flowers very much, and so I tried to make the next level with flowers, moving them around everywhere, flowers around you, um, and well, I tried to make them move in a very special way.
That level,
The walls are moving and they are not moving. Uh, that's a new technique I learned.
Mm. Well, Venus, that level 2, is so gentle. When I first went into it, I thought, oh my goodness, this is so soft. It's so gentle. It's so light. It's so airy. It's almost as if you have us going through the light into this beautiful flower garden that allows us to kind of catch our breath, to catch
Mhm.
our breath in our dance with eternity.
Yes.
Beautiful. It's very beautiful. Okay, so tell us about level 3.
And level 3 is pure fantasy, just fantasy with moving things around and playing with textures, and it came out to be, I don't know how to call it. Um, it looks fantastic, I think,
Yes.
but
Yes.
it's just a fantasy playing with colors, with movements, with light again. Um, just fantasy.
It feels like a releasing too, like there's freedom. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Well, in fact, indeed, I there felt freedom to do what I wanted to do.
Yeah, and that really comes out. That sense of freedom really comes out even more so in level 3, because it's dramatic
Yeah.
in its sense of space and movement and color. So I found it very intriguing. It really pulled me in. Yeah, it really pulled me in. Okay, so tell us about level 4.
Mm. Level 4 is more a kind of mystery for me. I don't know why, but those the walls are from Team Lab again, and it felt very mysterious for me. And because Afterlife is a mystery for me, I just made it a bit mystery, not knowing what to expect.
And I like that about level 4 because it brings you into that sense of expectancy, like, oh, what's going to happen now?
Yeah.
What's next? And that, again, that lightness it's like we go back into the light up there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
starting here in the light and then going through the flowers and the movement and and then up into the shapes and which is more, it's like your level 3 is your deep level. It's your uh, deep level, because it's so filled with movement and color and shape. And then we go up into level 4, and again, it's going back into that lightness and that openness and that sense of space and reflection. So it's really a great depiction of eternity. I want you to tell us about your cloud tree. It's beautiful. I'm so impressed with your cloud tree, Venus.
The cloud tree, I have put it in level 4 now, but did you see it?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Um, it was just an idea. I something missed in level 4, and then I started thinking, and I came to the idea to make a tree of clouds, and I think it fits very well there.
It really does. It's very comforting. I found it to be very comforting, because
The tree also is moving. It means the how to explain this in English? The tree itself, not the cloud, the textures are moving as if tree is living.
Yes, yes, it looks
Right.
alive. Yeah. And in a different way than it does like in nature, in realism, it's almost as if you've taken your tree and it's become a new entity, it's alive in a totally different way up here in eternity than it is down on the earth. So yeah, you captured that really well.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. I was so in awe of it. I was like, oh my God, she did it again. Venus did it again.
And
If
in level 3, I also made some lightning. Did you see
Oh my
that?
gosh, yes. Yes, that is really incredible how that just comes in. Your skill level has really sharpened and changed. It's become more. Oh God, I don't know what the right word to use is. I mean, we overuse the word immersive, in virtual art, but it's totally immersive. I mean, it really brings you into a sense of that kinetic energy that I think is completely in your level 3. Everything is kinetic. It's moving. It's so physical in a very etheric way.
And the aggressivity of the lightning, because that is inside of me too. It's indeed. It shows me level 3.
Yeah, I think so too. It really because I felt you come out in it, with that sense of freedom and then with just the ability to the color and the moving in it's moving in all directions. It's like limitless. There's no limit. And I thought that was
Yeah.
really, really, really nice. So I think it's interesting that you are saying that it's a real representative of you. I love that. I love that.
And the roof, I used a sculpture of Jerry Manga, and and I used the Northern Lights.
Yes, beautiful.
It's as if there is an overview of everything.
hmm When I saw your Northern Lights, it made me think of when you went to see the Northern Lights. I remember that was a very big holiday for you to be able to go
Yes.
up and view them. And
And very impressive.
yeah, and you've brought them in. You've created them. You've brought the Northern Lights in virtually.
Well, I know there are better, in Second Life, there are better Northern Lights which you can buy,
I know, and
but
I've seen those,
I wanted to
Venus.
make it myself.
Yeah, and I think, okay, yours are swarming. Yours have a sense of, I don't know. I know that the ones in Second Life have that, it's like they kind of do that movement, kind of like how we think of the Northern Lights, but you've taken the Northern Lights and in that moving, swarming, cycling way, and I might be using the wrong adjectives, but it makes me think of, wow, these are the northern lights of eternity. These are the northern lights of the afterlife. So
Yes.
they can't be the same as in normal life. So they're beautiful. Again,
Do you still there?
yeah. Huh?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello?
If you were to say one statement about your eternity and what you've created here to represent your eternity, what would you want to say to people?
Oh, it's um, a statement. What a difficult question is it? After about my installation or of afterlife.
About your creation of eternity, because it's your vision. You've brought the vision from within you, and you've created something to
Yeah.
to represent that vision. So if a person showed up, like if I showed up here, what is the one thing you really want me to know about your vision? Like, how do you want me to feel about your vision?
Um, it's not a real vision, but I like to decorate. Um, and I like to make nice things using all kinds of techniques and see what is coming out of it, but not a real statement of. I try and error and see what is coming out of it. It's not a real statement, but that's how it works for me.
Well, it works perfectly because your creations are always just fantastic, Venus. So thank you again for allowing me to do this interview with you. And before I shut it off and we go into photos, is there
Yeah.
anything? Is there anything? Last thing you might want to say?
Well, I can show you. I have a link to the film of Team Lab. Perhaps you are interested in that.
Oh yes, absolutely. We can put it. We can
Because
put
then
it.
you can see, what I did when
Okay,
it comes.
okay, that would be great. Yeah, we can show. Whoops, sorry. We can show that on your on your book page if you'd like, and also on the web page. So that'll be nice.
And there are many films about Team Lab, and perhaps I have to search a better one, but this one I picked just.
Great. Oh yeah, and you know what? You really wow. You really captured it.
Good.
Yeah, yeah. You really captured it. Very cool. Well, I want to look at this more, but I don't want to. I don't want to do that while you're here. So, thank you for
Yeah, I
that.
understand. I understand.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop this recording now.